You've probably seen Tekken 8 everywhere lately, even if you're not a fighting game fan. And you might have asked yourself, why is that? Why is everyone playing it? Hello, my name is Positive, and in this video, I will try to figure out just that. Tekken 8 is the latest entry in the series, released a little over a month ago, and it gained big popularity both among fans of the series as well as new players, and in my opinion, there's several reasons to it. One of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, is the overall package. The game has a lot of things to do. You have story mode, arcade quest, character episodes, Tekken Ball, versus mode, and arcade mode to keep you busy even without touching online. The story mode is fun, having long, bombastic fights with lots of fan service that fans of the series will enjoy. More on that later. Arcade quest can teach you the basics of a game, and Tekken Ball can be a fun mode to take a break from the main game and enjoy it either alone or with friends. Customization is back as well, making each player you fight online look unique. The music is great as well. You can actually hear it all throughout this video and judge for yourself, but if by any chance you are not a fan of it, the jukebox allows you to both listen and use music from all the previous games. Having all this content is cool and all, but how's the core gameplay? After all, it is the most important part of any fighting game. In comparison to the previous title, the game is much more aggressive thanks to various new additions, such as the hit system. If you noticed, there is a new bar below your HP, which is the heat. By activating it, all characters can enter a heat state, which can be done by landing either a hit engager or a hit burst. Hit engagers are various moves that upon landing will make your character enter the heat state and recover a little bit of their HP. Hit bursts are armored moves that can be used as combo extenders that also make your character enter the heat state for a shorter period of time due to its other advantages. Heat lasts for around 10 seconds, but it is not drained when hitting the opponent, thus promoting aggression. But what do you get while in hit state? In hit state, there are 3 universal benefits. You are now able to deal chip damage to your opponent and gain access to hit dashes and hit smashes. Hit dashes allow you to extend combos after landing an attack by holding forward, allowing you to make strings that usually would be unsafe. Hit smashes are done by pressing the hit button again, and will unleash a powerful attack that will deal a lot of damage upon hit. Note, both of these moves will use all of your heat, so you must be careful when using them. Characters also get specific buffs when in heat. For example, June has a unique mechanic where she takes damage from some of her attacks. In heat, she will not take any damage from those attacks. Some of Hwoarang's moves get properties from the previous games. King gets armor on some of his moves, and so on. In short, each character will get unique benefits that encourage offensive play, making it much easier. However, it is not the only reason you would want to play offensively. Another new addition to Tekken 8 is Grey Health. Grey Health is a type of health that you once lost, but you can recover by successfully landing a hit on your opponent. This might seem overwhelming, and Tekken is known to be one of the most difficult franchises when it comes to fighting games, but you should not be scared because there are a lot of tools to help you when learning the game. There are combo trials and options you would expect in training mode. However, there are 2 main tools, in my opinion, that will greatly help both new and returning players. Firstly, there's Arcade Quest, and the main goal of that mode is to teach players the core mechanics of the game. It is a great tool for beginners because it gives you basic understanding on how the game functions. In my opinion, it could be better, but a mode like this should be a norm in every fighting game. Secondly, there are replays. But pause! You can watch replays of your matches in most other modern fighting games. as well, you might say. While that is true, replays in Tekken are special because not only you can take control of your character at any time, but other players can also get access to your replays and take control of them as well. The game will also give you various suggestions on things you could have done better and teach you how to punish certain moves. Thus, the game gives you more than enough tools to learn even without outside sources, as long as you're willing to do it. Speaking of outside sources, I highly recommend checking guides by 3DX, since they helped me quite a bit when learning this game. In this section, I would like to talk about the love and respect Harada and the team have given to the huge legacy of this franchise through its story mode. Note, this section will include spoilers to Tekken 8's story, so if you haven't played it and do not want to be spoiled, feel free to skip to the conclusion section. The story mode focuses on Jin as he struggles to forgive and accept himself while trying to stop his father Kazuya. In the beginning of the story, Jin loses access to his devil powers after a battle with Kazuya, and it is represented in his moveset, where he loses access to the moves that use the devil gene, and his rage art is changed for most of the game. The story mode references events from the previous games, including that one time Jin became a terrorist. I did not expect them to reference that, since the trailers show Jin as this final hope against Kazuya, creating an expectation of him being shown as a perfect hero. But the characters remind Jin of his terrible actions several times throughout the story, making Jin's struggles more believable. Side characters get their time to shine as well during the Tekken Force section. Things like soldiers getting their morale up by seeing King fighting on their side. These are small things that make a huge difference in the long run. Lars also gets an amazing moment where he's trying to buy time for Jin by getting in Kazuya's way, giving Kazuya flashbacks of his fight with Heihachi at the end of Tekken 7. During the final section of the story, the game also brings back a concept that was introduced all the way back in Tekken 2 and never appeared since, though through Angel Jin, which leads to Jin and Kazuya losing the Devil Gene, and one of the best final boss fights, not just in fighting games, but gaming in general. The final fight between Jin and Kazuya goes through several sections, where Jin's growth is shown through him using various fighting styles from previous games, showing his acceptance of both of his bloodlines and who he is. For example, at one point, Jin starts using the Mishima style, with his Tekken 3 theme playing in a cutscene leading to it, after which the player gets access to Jin's moveset from Tekken 3. I'll leave a link in the description to a video that showcases all the moves brought back from the previous games for the story mode if you're interested. The final fight feels like a huge love letter to fans that have stuck for this long and were invested in the games. However, I do have to mention that the story mode is not perfect. Azazel, despite having a chance to redeem himself, still feels like a joke, and while most side characters got their time to shine, ours were done dirty. Asuka. Overall, in my opinion, the game succeeds on many fronts by giving a complete package, and it can be enjoyed by both new and returning players, no matter the skill level. It really feels like Harada and the team gave their all when making this game by applying things they learned in Tekken 7 and improving on them. At the time of writing this video, I spent around 60 hours playing this game, and I do not plan to stop anytime soon. But what are your thoughts on the game? Tell me in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps a lot. I do know that over 90% of you are not subscribed, so come on, do it. I know you want to do it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!